Okay. I wanted to do a quick recap of the stuff that we talked about over office hours in case you weren't able to be there, talk about some of the assignments that we're doing. So if you go into Echo and you find the agenda there, we're talking about firearms. So things that we're going to be talking about: types of firearms, what's the characteristics between a semi-automatic pistol and a shotgun. We're going to talk about how we analyze them, looking at the firearm and the bullet themselves. That's the forensic firearm analysis. And then looking at other things, so like gunshot residue from that small explosion, entrance wounds, exit wounds, trajectory, and trying to figure out where the shooter was and where the victim was, how you collect evidence, that sort of thing. Okay. So if we go, the very first one, it says quiz, but when you click on it, it's actually going to say Forensic Files Magic Bullet. Okay. I changed it at the last minute, but I didn't want to mess with the links and have to recopy everything into, recopy all the agendas. So you'll see a number of links. The first one takes us to a Quizlet that's got some flashcards. Take a few minutes. That's about all you'll need to orient yourself about the different types of firearms and stuff like that, because you'll need that information going forward. One of the Forensic Files episodes we're going to watch is called Scratching the Surface. It's a really good one. A lot of interesting twists and turns and stuff like that. The first link is the actual video in YouTube. And then the second one is, there we go. The second one is the actual questions that you'll answer. And the link is in those questions as well. You'll need to make a copy of this and answer the questions. That's what you're going to submit to me, just like when we're in the class. Then, once you complete that one, what you'll do is the forensic firearms analysis. That is a short article that you'll read. I have attached here. There's 10 questions or so, I think it's 10, that you will answer once you click start right here. Have the simplified guide open with you. The questions will go basically in order of the reading. Then from there, the last one that we're going to do is the gunshot residue trajectory and evidence collection web quest. And so basically what I've done is I've created a document for you. You need to make a copy of this document to find this information. Now, I've given you resources to find all of this information. So for this section right here, you start off by going to this website. Okay, and it takes you to a ton of information about what we're talking about, okay? I've also set up the questions to be like hints or primers or sentence stems, whatever you want to call them, to help you find this information within the articles. Some of these articles are kind of dense, but they're really good. To spare you from reading through everything and potentially missing it, I've tried to help you out in ways to find this information. I will make you aware of this website. When you go in, there are a couple of them, especially these links right here, that are actual gunshot wounds, images of actual gunshot wounds. So just keep that in mind when you're going in and looking at those particular images, okay? Nothing overly over-the-top graphic, okay? But I just wanted you to be aware of what you were getting into before you went through there. All the rest of them, there's no problem. You'll make a copy of this, answer it, submit it back to me. And I would like to have everything done by Sunday. There's no particular order to do it. I would recommend doing it in the order I have it listed. But as long as everything's done by Sunday, you will hear no complaints from me. That's pretty much all we talked about. Wednesday, I'll address questions that you may have about this stuff. Also, I think just to kind of let off some steam a little bit, everybody's been under a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. This is not in a lot of ways, this isn't the best situation. And so I think we're just we're gonna have a little bit more of a relaxed session after the questions. I'm putting some activities together for us to do. I think that'll be really fun and just give us a chance to just engage with each other like we normally would be able to do in school. I know I've been missing some of that interaction. a lot of that interaction, and I feel like a lot of y'all are too. So I think it'll be really fun. Try to join us on Wednesday. If you know folks that don't usually come on, but maybe they need a little, positive push, have them sign on too, and then we'll go from there. In the meantime, if you have any questions, send me an email, send me a remind. Otherwise, I'll see you during office hours, and enjoy the rest of your week.